Hello legal hustlers. In this video we will delve into the discovery of interplay between these crucial concepts: power, authority and legitimacy that shape governments and societies worldwide. Power, authority, legitimate in political science. Power, the ability to influence or control the actions and decisions of others, often exercised through force, persuasion, or manipulation. Authority, the legitimate right to exercise power and make decisions, derived from social norms, legal frameworks, and consent. Legitimacy, the acceptance and perception that the exercise of power or authority is rightful and just within a society, ensuring stability and order. Power is a concept in political science, meaning, power in political science refers to the ability or capacity to influence or control the behavior of others, either through force, persuasion, manipulation, or other means. It is a crucial concept in understanding how political decisions are made and how societies are organized and governed. Definitions of power. Max Weber. Weber defined power as the ability to achieve one's goals even in the face of resistance. He also introduced the concept of authority, which is a legitimate form of power where people willingly follow commands. Robert Dahl. Dahl emphasized the idea of power as the ability to make others do something they wouldn't otherwise do. He introduced the notion of pluralist power, where power is dispersed among various interest groups and institutions. Michel Foucault. Foucault's perspective focuses on power as a diffuse and pervasive force that operates through social institutions and norms. He introduced the idea of disciplinary power, where societal norms regulate behavior. Exercise of political power and role of government in decision-making. Exercise of political power. Political power can manifest in various forms, including legal authority, coercive force, economic control, and the ability to shape public opinion. It is exercised at multiple levels, ranging from local communities to national governments and even international bodies. The exercise of political power involves making decisions, enacting laws, and implementing policies that affect the lives and well-being of citizens. Role of government. Governments play a central role in the exercise of political power. They make decisions, formulate policies, and implement laws that shape the direction of a society. Governments also have the authority to enforce these decisions through their legal and coercive powers. External influences on the exercise of political power. External influences on the exercise of political power refers to factors outside of the government or the ruling body that shapes decision-making and policy outcomes. These influences can come from various sources and play a significant role in shaping the direction of governance. Some key points about external influences on the exercise of political power are: external influences on political power. 1. Interest groups, advocating for specific causes. They use lobbying, campaigns, and awareness efforts to influence government decisions. 2. Lobbying. Interest groups influence policymakers through persuasion, information, and financial support. 3. Economic factors. Corporate interests impact politics through funding, job creation, and investment opportunities. 4. International relations. Global factors, alliances, and agreements influence the government's decisions and policies. 5. Media and public opinion. Media shapes public perception, impacting politics through coverage, analysis, and public sentiment. Examples from India and the USA. India. In India, various interests groups such as farmers' unions, industry associations, and environmental organizations exert influence on policy decisions. For example, during debates on agricultural reforms, farmers' unions played a significant role in shaping the discourse. USA. In the United States, the National Rifle Association (NRA) is a powerful interest group advocating for gun rights. Its lobbying efforts have influenced gun control legislation and debates. Theories of power, elite theory and Marxist theory of power. Elite theory. Elite theory posits that power is concentrated in the hands of a small, influential elite group. These elites control key resources and institutions, making decisions that shape society. The general population may have limited influence, leading to a potential gap between formal democratic processes and actual power distribution. Marxist theory of power. Marxist theory suggests that power is primarily rooted in economic relations. The ruling class, which owns and controls the means of production, exercises political power to protect their economic interests. His perspective emphasizes the importance of class struggle and economic inequality in shaping political power dynamics. Authority is a concept in political science. Authority refers to the legitimate and recognized the right to exercise power and make decisions within a society. It is the basis for commanding obedience and respect from individuals or groups. Features of authority. Legitimacy. Authority is considered legitimate when it is accepted by individuals or groups as valid and rightful. It derives from societal norms, legal frameworks, and the consent of those being governed. Obedience. Authority involves the expectation of obedience and compliance from those who recognize it. People willingly follow commands and decisions issued by authoritative figures. Hierarchy. Authority often establishes a hierarchical structure, where those in positions of authority holds a higher status than those who are subject to their decisions. Enforcement. Authorities have the power to enforce their decisions and commands, ensuring that they are followed. This enforcement can range from legal penalties to other forms of control. Accountability. Authorities are responsible for the consequences of their decisions. They may be held accountable for the outcomes of their actions, especially in democratic systems. De jure and de facto authority. De jure authority. De jure authority, also known as legal authority or formal authority, is derived from established laws, rules, and regulations. It is based on a recognized and legitimate position or office within a structured system. Individuals who hold positions with de jure authority have the legal right to make decisions, issue orders, and enforce rules within their designated jurisdiction. This type of authority is often conferred by legal documents, constitutions, bylaws, or official appointments. De facto authority. De facto authority, also referred to as factual authority or practical authority, arises from the actual control and influence an individual or group possesses, regardless of whether it is officially recognized by law. De facto authority can emerge through various circumstances, such as popular support, expertise, control over resources, or the ability to influence others effectively. Max Weber's classification of authority. Max Weber classified authority into three types. Traditional authority, rooted in long-standing customs, traditions, and hereditary positions. It's based on the historical legitimacy of traditional structures. Rational legal authority, grounded in laws, rules, and procedures. It's associated with modern bureaucracies and is based on the legality of the positions held. Charismatic authority, based on the extraordinary qualities or personal charisma of an individual leader. It's often found in revolutionary or crisis situations. Sources. How is power legalized? Power is legalized through various means. Constitutional frameworks. Many countries have constitutions that define the legal structure of government, delineating the powers and limitations of each branch. Democratic processes. Power can be legitimized through free and fair elections, where the people's choice grants authority to elected officials. Legal codes and legislation. Laws and regulations establish the boundaries of power and determine the scope of authority. International agreements. Treaties and agreements between nations can legitimize the exercise of power on an international scale. Social norms and consent. Acceptance by society and consent of the governed contribute to the legitimacy of those in power. Power versus authority. A comparative study. Let's see definition of power. Power refers to the ability to influence or control the actions and decisions of others, whether through force, persuasion, or other means. Authority. Authority is the legitimate and recognized right to exercise power and make decisions, often derived from societal norms, legal frameworks, and consent. Source. Power can be derived from various sources, including physical strength, economic resources, or the control of information. Authority is rooted in legitimacy, often granted by societal or institutional norms. It is not solely based on force or coercion. Nature of influence. Power can be exercised even without legitimacy, relying on fear, manipulation, or direct control. Authority. Influence under authority is more likely to be willingly accepted due to its legitimacy and consent basis. Power can be acquired or lost relatively quickly, depending on changing circumstances or resources. Authority is more stable and enduring, as it relies on established norms and recognition. Role in governance. Power can exist outside formal governance structures held by individuals or entities without official positions. Authority is often linked to formal roles within governance structures, such as government officials or institutional leaders. Consent and compliance. Compliance under power can be motivated by fear or self-interest, and it may not necessarily involve true consent. Compliance under authority is more likely to be based on genuine consent, as it's perceived as legitimate. Transition and change. Power can shift quickly based on changing dynamics, such as the acquisition or loss of resources. Transition of authority often involves formal processes, such as elections or appointments. Examples: a military dictatorship may exercise power through force and control. Elected government officials exercise authority through recognized positions and democratic mandates. Concept of legitimacy. Legitimacy refers to the rightful, just, and accepted basis for the exercise of power and authority within a society. It encompasses the belief that those in positions of leadership or governance have the right to make decisions and issue commands that others should follow. Legitimacy is often grounded in social norms, legal frameworks, historical traditions, ethical considerations, and the consent of the governed. Relevance in the exercise of political power. Order and stability. Legitimacy fosters stability by providing a recognized framework for decision-making, encouraging citizen compliance with laws and policies. Social contract. Legitimacy is linked to the social contract, where citizens follow rules in exchange for protection of rights and public services. Consent of the governed. Legitimate authority gains power from people's consent, leading to respect and compliance with leaders' decisions. Minimized dissent. Legitimacy reduces resistance and unrest, as decisions from rightful authorities are more accepted. Effective policies. Legitimate leaders implement policies more successfully, fostering cooperation from citizens. Public trust. Legitimacy builds public trust in government, vital for societal confidence. International recognition. Legitimate governments are respected internationally, aiding diplomacy and cooperation. Transition of power. Legitimacy ensures peaceful leadership transitions, enhancing stability. Conclusion. The concepts of power, authority, and legitimacy are fundamental for comprehending political dynamics and governance. These concepts encompass the exertion of political influence, the governmental role, external impacts, and explanatory theories that mold societies and political structures. Authority, a legitimate manifestation of power, finds its basis in legal and social structures, while legitimacy plays a pivotal role in maintaining social cohesion and stability.
Thank you for watching. We're thrilled to have you here and hope that you find our content informative, engaging, and entertaining. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and don't forget to join us for further updates.